delicious. Cut your beef into small squares and make sure to cut off the fat. That's this part. Heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Add your beef in a single layer. You may have to work in batches if you have a smaller pot or a lot of beef. Cook this over medium heat. It's about halfway now, browning up. Salt your beef. It's getting brown. Flip them over. You see that? Once the meat has browned, remove it from the pot and set aside in a bowl or plate. Now in the same pot, you want to add your chopped onions. Cook until golden brown. All the stuff that's on the bottom is flavor from the meat. Stir the onions often to pick that up. So when the onions are done, add in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Stir the paste into the onions. Now you want to add in your carrots and chopped celery. Cook the veggies until tender, about 5 minutes. You can cover. When the veggies are soft and tender, now you add in your mushrooms and garlic. Cook this for about 3 minutes. When the veggies are cooked, return the beef back to the pot. Add 2 bay leaves. We're going to use water to substitute for beef broth because beef broth is made of beef and mostly water. With store-bought broth, you get high levels of sodium and the extra additives that take away from the food's natural flavor. So to boost the flavor naturally, add different spices and seasonings and vegetables. All of these fresh ingredients stand on their own. Add 2 cups of water. Half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of rosemary, half a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now you want to bring this to a boil over high heat. When it starts to boil, cover the pot and reduce the heat to a low simmer. So let it simmer for an hour. It's been an hour. If you're running low on liquid, add 1 cup of water at a time so the meat and veggies are covered. Now we can add in the sweet potatoes and simmer for another 30 minutes or until the sweet potatoes are very soft. And I'm gonna add another cup of water and I'll cover it. Turn up the heat a bit to medium low. It took about 45 minutes for the sweet potatoes to get very soft. Now you can remove the bay leaves. There are different ways of thickening a stew. You can allow it to simmer until it thickens, or you can use foods that are thick like beans or potatoes and puree them or mash them into the liquid. Use a fork. Press it against the side, stir into the liquid. See it's thickening. Make sure to taste test and add a little salt if needed. Sprinkle a little, mix it in there. Now let's taste it. Tastes really good. Breaking apart, that's good. It's still hot. All the fresh vegetables add their own flavor. Sweet potato adds a nice natural sweetness. The beef is nice and meaty and tasty. Sweet potato beef stew.